Do-de-do-do. I can't hear anything.
Oh, come on. Don't act like that.
No, I can't hear anything.
Am
I plugged in? Maybe I'm not plugged in.
You're plugged in. You're always plugged in.
No, I can't hear a thing, Kristina.
Oh, man, just stop causing me such a problem and a headache.
I think I might not be plugged in all the way. Hold on a second.
Follow your cord. Just follow the drinking gourd to the cord.
I can't hear you either, though. So what's that mean?
That means that we should plug you into a different socket. Excuse me, everyone out there.
I can do it if you want to tell me. If you want to tell me what to plug. That's me. That's me. And then la 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 la. Nope, that didn't do a thing. You can hear me through yours?
Oh yeah.
Well, I can't hear anything. Well, there are worse things in life than not hearing myself talk. That's okay. You know what? I could just take these suckers off.
Yeah, you could. See, I just want to prove to you if you talk that everything's good over here.
Yeah, I see it. I just don't trust it.
Okay, wiggle the thing right there that comes into the headphone.
La, 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 la.
Does that do anything?
Nope.
Yeah, I think my headphones are in good shape.
Well, it's fine. I'm good. I'm just going to ignore this little hiccup.
Yeah, we love the technological surprises that we have here every single week without fail, every week. And you know, they look good on you.
I know. They're keeping my staticky hair under control.
Yes.
It's like a headband
Earmuffs.
and an earmuff at once.
Okay.
Oh, the hiccups. Technological hiccups.
Well, good morning.
Good morning, Kristina.
I am happy.
I am too. It's a good Friday. It's Bub Day. Woohoo! I love Bub Day.
Bub Day. It's wonderful. Bub Day. Yeah.
What?
I wanted you to tell me about your clock situation.
I was just freaking out before we went on air because I can't tell time very well. I don't know if this is a byproduct of being homeschooled. Probably not. It's probably just me. I think I'm a right brain person. Is that right?
Well, first of all, the issue has to do with the fact that your main clock in your kitchen is in Roman numerals.
And it doesn't have... No, it's not in Roman numerals. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It's just got slash marks that look like Roman numerals on their sides.
Oh, that's even worse.
Like, there's a slash mark up where the 12 is supposed to be, and then there's double slash marks at the 3, 6, and maybe the...
You
9.
need an abacus.
I don't know. When I look at clocks, I have to actually really think hard for a second, and say to myself, okay, the short hand is on the hour, and the long hand is the minutes, and so.
And you said that clock in your kitchen is hardwired.
It is. There's actually a hole cut through the plaster, and the clock is set into the wall, like a piece of the wall, and it's wired into our house.
Well,
wiring
who the heck would
from
ever
the
do that?
1960s. I don't know. My in-laws from the 1960s, apparently. They just must have really liked that clock.
I want to get the story behind that.
I know.
I have one of my parents' clocks. I have an electric clock that is beautiful. It looks very Art Deco. And I keep it in the basement because it's broken, but I love it. And I don't know who fixes electric clocks.
My great-grandfather, Earl Shepherd, who used to live here in South Royalton, had a clock and watch repair shop.
No.
But he has since passed away, so
there's got to be one.
I can't help you there. John has set all of our clocks in our house to different times, like all somewhere fast, just because we're perpetually late to things. So he figured out to add that element of panic in. He set all the clocks differently, so you don't really know which one's closest to the real time. And he doesn't even remember now either. So there's about 12 different clocks scattered through the house at different times, but all fast. So you just...
So
you can't trust. You can't trust that they're fast because there's a couple that are close.
But it might get you to your event early.
Yeah, and it does. Have you noticed I've been not terribly late lately?
Yeah, you've been
to the radio station?
Super. Yeah, we actually get to chat and
I know, and
we
swear.
No, it's wonderful to get a little bit of that out of the way before we go on the air.
That's right.
Although if we talk too much, then some of that stuff we actually should be sharing with the radio audience because it's really interesting,
obscenities, but
Yeah, so, oh gosh, well, I do have to apologize just for something.
What are you going to apologize? Which thing?
I just couldn't get enough coffee into me today.
Oh, Kristina, I gotta wean you off this
Can
thing.
you? How me and John, maybe if we did it as a
I
group.
think we can switch up like half your coffee with decaf, a little at a time, until you.
It's not the caffeine, it's the flavor. So what I'm thinking, this was my plan, is if I could find concentrated coffee flavor, and I
Can you
could
see
put
a
it.
lot of that ice cream, coffee ice cream.
What about coffee ice cream? I love
You could
coffee
just
ice
eat
cream.
a bunch of it instead. I don't think it has as much.
I don't think all that is
No, that's
gonna
probably
be,
not a healthy
It's not good to get
alternative.
up and eat coffee ice cream.
No. Did you know in the Great Depression, when they couldn't afford coffee, they sometimes would scrape the top of their burnt toast off and put it in water and use that as a
Who told
coffee
you that?
alternative? I don't know. I think I might be making it up. You can also grind up little things that you find outside, like hazelnuts and
And I know what you could use.
beech nuts.
I got a great idea.
What?
You know that Parmesan cheese that was just busted for being made out of wood chips?
Oh, yeah.
That might work. And that's cheap.
That's not dark colored and doesn't. No.
Well, this is a good business idea for us. We could buy up all that stuff that's probably really cheap right now.
You really want to drink watery cheese that's really wood?
Some people don't even care. Have you ever been to Dixie's up in... Whoops, shouldn't say that.
That's Dixie's too.
No, Dixie's... And this,
They
so
don't
this is,
serve you watery
no,
cheese.
listen, this is
water.
it's absolutely nothing personal. It's because every single owner, it's not any particular owner. It must be the coffee machine that passes from owner to owner. But the coffee up at Dixie's too, I think has been a little lacking for
Is it
about
weak?
20 years.
It's weak coffee. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Huh.
And weak coffee starts to taste like all kinds of odd things that you wouldn't really be wanting to drink if you knew what it was. Mm-hmm. So
Maybe they don't keep their beans tightly closed
No,
and
it's
they
not
absorb
no.
stink from other
I don't
Chelsea things.
I don't think that's it, because there's been so many owners that they wouldn't all be having those same bad habits. It's
Maybe someone should have them invest in a new coffee machine.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I would like to buy them espresso maker.
I wish I owned that little restaurant. Isn't
wish
it
you
kind of
did
cool?
too.
I love the wood stove. I love that there's only like
yeah.
4 or 5 little tables in there, and the
Yeah.
little glass counter with the pie inside of it. I just
There are actually a lot of places in Chelsea that would make fantastic
I know.
cafes. Like, for example, the Chelsea Store building, which is for rent.
I love that building too.
That's fantastic. Can you imagine with a wood stove in
I
there?
know,
And
except for just it's in Chelsea.
what?
I prefer Tunbridge.
You've got to expand. You've got to embrace your sister town, because there's people like us who need the Tunbridge energy to come up 110 and help kind of commingle so that we create this wonderful conglomeration of sister towns.
Chelsea's hoarding the greens. Like, we don't even have a green in Tunbridge, and they
Well,
have
that's what I
2.
mean. You
It's
guys
not
could
really
come up
fair.
and share our green. Well, you hoarded the fairgrounds. Come on.
We don't even own the fairgrounds. Tunbridge doesn't even own it. It's owned by like the Fair Association or something.
Yeah,
But
well,
okay, fine. We have more covered bridges than you do. So there.
Yeah, don't brag. I didn't say any. I'm not like putting
Okay, all right.
down Tunbridge. I love Tunbridge, and I would like some of that Tunbridge, that raw Tunbridge energy.
Tunbridge Town Meeting was not really full of any raw Tunbridge energy. I was vaguely disappointed. You know, usually there's some giant fight over fire trucks or some ridiculous thing.
It was sort of calm.
It was calm to the point of dull. And John was really worried because he's on the select board, and this was his first year having to sit up there and field like angry questions. And he thought about bringing one of our little lambs along with him in a box hidden under the table, so if things got really tense, he could just release it and be like, "Woo, look, a lamb!" But nobody even yelled about the transfer station, which has been a nightmare all year, and everyone's been mad about it. No one even mentioned it. I can't even believe it. Very uneventful.
We have enough on our hands between Trump and Hillary and Bernie. That's kind of filling up a lot of space.
We serve awesome pies for the lunchtime, and my friend Tim Wolf baked a raspberry pie. It was a pie with that kind of iconic silhouette of Bernie's head on it. And
how did he do that?
Cool.
I saw a picture of that.
I thought of actually doing it that morning, but I was booked to make an apple pie, and I couldn't figure out how to make an apple pie look like a Bernie head, and I'm not as artistic as Tim. So my pie was just plain, but I thought about it. I really did.
Well, your pie was beautiful. Had leaves.
But I think you would have to have
on it.
Berry pie or something dark to contrast with your pie crust if you're going to make like one of those stencil toppers.
Maybe.
Anyway, it was beautiful. And it was delicious too.
Well, I didn't go to town meeting. I'll just confess that I didn't. I'm just too shy for that type of activity.
Yeah. I was sad because since John is in the select board, I was afraid I wouldn't have anyone to sit with.
Did you have somebody?
I did, but I like had to be like a little junior high student. I like instantly gravitated toward a friend, and I said, "Can I sit with you?" I actually had to ask. I could have just been like an adult and just sat down next to them instead of being like, "Hey, can I sit with you, please?" I don't know. I'm insecure sometimes.
Yeah,
all the time.
I understand. But at least we voted, right? I voted.
Yes,
I voted, and
I double checked. I was so afraid. I filled in the little circle for Bernie, and then I said, "Oh my God, I think I did the wrong one." But it was the bottom. So I was like, no, it's right. But then I had to like put my hand there along the line to really like look straight from the name.
I always get nervous about it too, that I've made a mistake. I have to, and the thing is that now they have those weird little voting booths. Do you have that? They don't have curtains anymore.
Yeah, they're open. They're like just triangular things.
And so people can watch. If you're agonizing over any kind of decision regarding your ballots, everybody can just watch you. Mm-hmm. And in my town, people do like to watch you. But that's why I went early. I think I got there before 8 a.m. and nobody else was voting. And I get so nervous going up there. I don't know why. I get nervous walking into the public school, which is, of course, the voting takes place in the gymnasium. Mm-hmm. So I came barging in there just trying, because I worked myself up into a frenzy of, I can do this. I can walk into this room. And I walked right past the checklist. And I saw a familiar face, which was the town clerk. So I was like, "Hey, Carol, how you doing?" So I walked over to her, and she looked at me. And she said, "You have to go to the checklist first." Oh. So I went back, and I had to say my name.
I think it's very awkward that they make you say your name, even when they know you. Like it's a law. I knew the people checking me in very well. Like, of course they know my name. I know them. I see them every day.
Well, but it's egalitarian. What if you're somebody that they only half know? I mean, but it would create this climate of some people are in the in crowd and some people are in the out crowd.
It's just weird. Like it was as if you were behind the check-in desk and I had to tell you what my name was.
I wouldn't mind. I'd love to hear you say your name or agree that was your name.
I know. That part felt awkward to me.
Yeah. Well, so when I was voting, I picked this little voting booth that was closest to where the town clerk was sitting. She was sitting right behind where the ballots get placed in the boxes. Mm-hmm. And so I was chatting with her the whole time while I was trying to concentrate on voting, which was a little hard for me. I'm not good at multitasking with a conversation going on.
Yes.
So finally she realized that she was impeding my progress with making that little pencil mark. So she quieted down, and I concentrated, and I found the little oval, and I filled it in. And then I had two other ballots, and one of them was this huge ballot with maybe 20 different town races going on, and they all had just one candidate.
What?
For
Why
each.
Did you get that? Our local and state stuff happens in August.
I don't know
why. This was only the presidential primary.
Oh, no, this was for the town, like the select board and stuff.
They don't just vote on those in the meeting?
No, you get the list, and everyone was uncontested. So I decided, well, what's the point of voting here?
That was a waste of paper, folks.
Yeah, well, I did. I like the town clerk, so I checked her name, but
the rest just
the rest of them, I said, what is the point here? But
a whole large. Oh, go.
I like the fact that we still do it with paper.
Yeah.
And we stuff it in a box. And you have to figure out how to fold it up to get it in the hole because the hole's a funny size. And there's 3 different boxes.
Oh, our hole is the size of the paper, so you can put the paper in whole if you want to.
Oh, that's not at our place. You have to figure out how to fold it. And the primary ballot had a crease, had 2 creases, so it was a trifold or a bifold.
Ours didn't have
trifold.
any creases. Don't they use the same
What?
one for everybody?
Yes, you just didn't notice because
I was
your town had a
worried
slot that was the size of the paper.
because I folded mine in half and no one else folded theirs and put them in, and I stuck it in, and I was like, oh my God, is it okay that I folded that? And she was like, it's okay.
Yeah, they're going to throw yours out.
A
You
whole
just wasted your
big
vote.
group of us actually thought about asking for the Republican ballot and just voting for anyone other than Trump just to throw it.
There are people that did that, yeah.
Because we figured that Bernie is safe. He's absolutely safe here. He didn't even need our vote, and that was a nice feeling to have. But then on the other hand, we felt like no, it's best to show overwhelming support instead of trying to be a bratty little peckerhead.
Is that
Although that's how I feel like being.
Where'd my
sometimes.
notes go?
I ate them. I don't know.
That's so funny.
Did you fold them? I bet you folded them. Talking about you folded them.
Oh, no, this is right. This is March 4th.
You're just so into folding paper and stuffing it into ballot boxes.
I love origami.
You do?
Yeah, I love origami.
Oh,
So
I've never been good at it.
Well,
I can make little square boxes, but that's it. Not the cranes or the frogs.
If you want your candidate to win, you better study
origami. Okay, good to know.
Because that's critical. How you fold that paper as you stuff it down. But anyway, so welcome everyone to 11th Hour Radio.
Oh, crap. We never remember to say that.
I know.
You guys are listening to Kristina Stykos and Emily Howe on WFVR-LP on South Royalton Community Radio at the moment, but we also offer podcasts of our show on iTunes, and you can also find them at our website, 11thhourradio.com.
I thought you were going to say we also offer pie.
And that during town meeting, after the pie,
Yeah.
I was wearing a sweater kind of like this one with a big cowl neck. I was just sitting there talking to somebody, and of course, I'm just oblivious always to everything. And my friend Tim was like, you have something right there. And he kind of tried to gesture like to his invisible cowlick. And I looked down, I had like a huge, like a 1.5 inch square, like hunk of cheesecake just been riding around in the cowl of my cowl neck for like an hour.
Why do you think they make those shirts like that?
Oh, just when I think I've not done anything humiliating in public.
Well, he was a good friend to tell you.
He was a good friend. He's the one who made the Bernie pie, so I totally forgave him for that. And that was a good thing to tell me. Did you remove it from the cowl neck and pop it in your mouth? Yes, I did.
Okay. Good, just checking.
It was the best cheesecake I've ever eaten. It was made by Lisa Amadeo. Her family runs the gas station right here in town. It was a cheesecake with a caramel topping, and I've never had anything so delicious in my life. I'm gonna have to hunt her down and find the recipe.
Wow, speaking of gas stations,
fought over the last piece.
Glad you brought up gas stations because I saw Bo at the gas station yesterday.
Around here?
It was in Bethel. I was just sort of stumbling out of the Chattagee. We took a hike up there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and so I was driving into Bethel, and suddenly I realized I had cell phone service again after a whole day of being out of range. So I pulled into McCulloch's, and
McCulloch's Quick Stop.
Yeah, I made a call, and then after I was done with my call, I pulled into the pump, and guess who was there, gassing up?
Bo Thayer has to get gas
Full
like
of
a
gas.
normal person.
No, it's great to see him. Actually, he's on his way to Boston today to mix an album.
Oh, cool.
So that was nice. I think
Very
I'll be
cool.
seeing him again.
How was the Chattagee?
Oh, my gosh. It was great.
Nice. It was cold yesterday, though. Weren't you cold?
I almost canceled because the weather prediction was windy and freezing sub-zero. Didn't turn out to be that bad. But I'll tell you more about it after a song, which I'm going to dial up here. Because it's time. It's time for that.
It is. I feel really silly wearing these headphones when I can't hear anything. I just realized.
Well, maybe we can fix that while the song's
going. We'll fix it. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, since I was out yesterday in the Chattagee with Davey Davis, I'm going to play one of his tracks.
Oh, good.
Called Music Meds.
There was a borderline basket case, sat around with a blank face, just a looking into space, and the family said, Mom's lost her head, except for the youngest son. Yes, I am that one. I thought it might be fun to at least try to revive her head with music meds. And I knew the place to go was satellite radio, where Perry Como and Patty Page are still the rage. Those pop songs from the past, Mom said they'd always last. She'd sit there in the trance and sing along to every song they played from those yesterdays. But life was unkind, the music left her mind. Thought I'd try to bring it back once again. When she heard those music meds from the TV near her bed, she looked at me and said, I remember that one too. And she slowly came around when she heard that classic sound. The family was astounded and they said, You've revived her head with music meds. Yes, music, it can heal, its medicine is real. Mom is living proof that it works. I revived her head with music meds. Yes, music, it can heal, its medicine is real. Mom is living proof that it works. Yes, Mom is living proof that it works.
Okay. La 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 la.
Can you hear yourself now?
No.
This is a big mystery.
You know what? Maybe it's...
Did you put gum in your ears?
No, I heard the music, Kristina. There's something wrong with my microphone hooking back into my headphones.
It's crystal clear over here.
Okay, then I don't care. These are cozy and they're keeping my ears warm, and they kind of muffle the rest of the outside world, which is lovely. So I'm fine.
You're safe. You're warm.
It's like my version of a puppy dog thunder shirt.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so,
I want a thunder shirt, not a thunder shirt, but like, do you ever get in your bed and your covers aren't the right weight and it makes you upset? Like, we have a very thin cover on the bed right now, and I need something with some weight to it, like a thunder shirt, to make me feel safe and sleepy.
You know what I like? I wish that somebody would just come and sit on me sometimes.
Well, you should have some young children again, because they do that quite often.
My kids used to. Sometimes I would lie down on my stomach and they would come stand on me.
Mine just sort of lay. They just like drape themselves there.
Yeah, but just having
Mom.
You know what I mean? Just having weight pushing down on you. It's almost as good as a massage.
It is kind of nice.
So if anybody wants to
sit on Kristina.
I don't know if I should be saying that on the air. I'm not really serious. So it's metaphor. It's kind of a metaphor for something.
I also like it when you just change the sheets and they're nice and they smell fresh and stuff. Although if you're super lazy and you just change your pillowcase, that's almost as good. because you can still get the smell and it seems clean, even though the rest of you is like, bleh.
Huh. Okay. Sure. Well, anyway, I was going to tell you a little bit about the Chattagee.
Oh, yeah, do.
A little bit. Well, the back roads. We decided to explore some back roads in the car. That was part of what we did. So it's very, very icy back there.
Oh, yeah.
Like Fort Defiance Hill.
Yep.
And have you been up Mount Hunger Road?
Yeah, not for a long time, though. I don't think.
If you look on the map, that's right on the other side of Gaysville.
Yeah. I used to live in Gaysville.
You did?
When I was a ski bum at Killington, because it was just far enough away from the ski area that I could get a wicked cheap apartment.
Where in Gaysville?
Like, you know where the little post office and that kind of broken down store is, where you go across the little bridge? Mm-hmm. So you immediately go across the bridge and turn right, and then it's the first driveway you come to. There's a big barn there, and then there's up on the bank a little Cape Cod-style house, and has an apartment attached to the back, and that's where I lived.
That must have been kind of fun.
It was. I used to walk my dog down to the post office every day, and then if you go to the left after that bridge, there's a break in the guardrail, and all these trails that go down to these crazy, like, cliffs for jumping into the river and swimming spots, and one cliff is called the Eiffel Tower, and people jump from it all summer long. And then there's a nude beach a little further down.
I wonder if that's all changed, because I know...
It has, yeah. With the Irene flooding, they...
all the swimming holes got rearranged.
Yep, they did.
So
I have not been down there since then, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was really nice.
Yeah. So we drove up a bunch of dead ends, because that's where you get closest to the delectables.
Yeah.
The delectables. What are the delectables? The delectable mountains in sort of Barnard Stockbridge.
Yep.
But so we get up and we see that the road is starting to become fourth class. And we also saw this very interesting sign posted on a tree. And there was a picture on it of a handgun. And then it said, "We don't call 911.
Oh.
You get that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. That's redneck Vermont right there. So, yeah, so we turned around there. We went back down, but it's... there's some amazing places. I think what we're going to do next year, or next summer, not next year, we're going to do it as soon as it gets warm. We're going to park one car on the Barnard side of Chattagee Road and then walk the fourth class part, which might be 10 miles. I'm not sure. We have to go study the map and end up on the Bridgewater side of Chattagee Road and have the other car waiting there.
That is smart.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I am so excited. That
does sound fun.
My whole year is going to be like geared towards walking the Chattagee Road.
You just like the name.
I do, because now I know how to spell it.
I can spell it too now that I had to type it to you one day.
Okay, do it.
Chateug. No, wait. I have to write it down. I can't do it out loud. Hold on a second.
I have another spelling word for you, too. I'm going to bring back an old spelling word, because I think you probably forgot how to spell it. But go ahead.
Chateg.
Oh, no, come on. You said you knew how to...
I know. It made so much sense when I was typing it last night. Forget it.
Wait a minute. Don't you remember I gave you a tip? I gave you a really, really good tip.
Kristina, I can't even remember if I went to the bathroom or not this morning.
Okay. The word chateau.
Oh, yeah. Chateau.
That's it.
G.
Gee.
E-Y? No. A-Y.
G-U-A-Y. That one's a stumper.
Gway.
You just have
guano.
Yeah, I have to figure that one out. The
bat
part.
Guano.
Gee. Why you say gee? Like
House
the water.
of the bat guano with a Y.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
The water flowing out of the gee. He says, so I said to Davey, so why is the water so blue?
Gee-like.
So blue. Oh. Well, it was so blue yesterday. And he said, because it's flowing out of the gee.
That was very poetic of him.
He's a very poetic person. Yeah. So that was great.
We're going to start tapping the trees tomorrow. We're kind of behind the game because this is a weird season.
Are you using buckets?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And lots of people have already done it. But I'm not sure what's going to happen. There's no snow built up at the base of the maples, and you kind of need that. And then it's just weird. It's weird weather. I don't know what's going to happen.
It's crazy weird. When we were hiking yesterday, I brought my ice cleats. Davey didn't have his, and he's very deft. He's very athletic, so he managed to hike on this snow that had a crust as hard as a rock.
It is, yeah.
And, there were places where we just slid. We just sat down and slid, like on the Appalachian Trail. It's just kind of a sheet of ice.
You need some bob shorts. I should loan you my bob shorts.
No, thanks.
They're little vinyl
No.
lederhosen with little rubber tracks built into the butt.
I
so you
can't
can just
believe
sit down.
You know why I can't believe what you just said?
What?
This is the universe cosmically.
You were going to talk about lederhosen next?
I was going to give you that as a spelling word.
Ew.
I like to bring back the old spelling words.
She's old
that
school
you
like
struggled so hard with. And
I don't really know how to spell it.
just try. Come on.
Lederhosen.
Everybody who lives in a climate that's alpine should know how to spell this.
lederhosen.
Yeah. And especially,
God.
if you're going to be shopping
Is
over
it like lead? Does it start with lead or is it just lead?
la la la.
God, you're such a jerk. Okay. Lederhosen.
Just try to visualize Chris over at Brown's Nursery, okay? You can see the lederhosen. You can see it.
I'm just spelling it like it sounds.
Okay, go ahead. Just try.
Leaderhosen.
That's close.
There's no A, though, is there?
No. As soon as you said that, you knew.
Look, I have a version with and without the A on my paper, so.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to give you credit for that.
Thanks.
I think you did a great...
If I had been doing it on the computer, I would have gotten it right, because I would have seen it highlight red, and then without telling me how to spell it, I would have known how to switch it.
If you have to go into this huge defense, this explanation of why, I just don't think it's... I just think it's something you're going to have to memorize.
Fine.
Later.
I will.
Okay.
Lederhosen and Shadagay.
I'll give you an easier
Put them on my bucket
one.
list.
Okay, how do you spell trout? Quickly.
Trout.
Good.
Trout. Kendra has a cat named Rosemary Trout.
That's a good name for a cat.
Yeah.
Even just trout.
Trout seems like a cute name.
Trout.
Although trouts really aren't that cute.
Well, I learned that when you fish in Vermont these days, you don't really get the real fish. You don't get the real trout.
No, it's
anymore.
all the stocked stuff.
Yes, and they've worked so hard to make those things look real.
I know.
They look even cosmetically, according to my source. They're quite convincing.
Weird.
But how does it affect you when you eat it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't eat fish. I hate fish.
Well,
It smells fishy.
I've been a vegetarian, since I was 23, but I actually said to Davey yesterday, I said,
that you would try fish?
I might
Oh,
try.
it's gross. Christina, if you're going to try anything, don't try fish.
A fish
Blech.
cooked out in the woods on a fire?
It's fishy. It smells like gross
you cook the heck out of it.
fish.
Oh, stop.
There's something about fish. I've never been able to put any fish, any seafood, anything in my mouth.
Have you tried putting cheese on it?
No.
What
I
about
think
a
that
little
would
of
just
that
ruin the cheese.
Sawdust?
No. No.
Breadcrumbs? Okay.
No fish. Never, ever fish. Blech.
All right.
Blech.
Okay.
I don't even eat lobster. Ew, gross. Bottom feeder. They eat dead people and poop. Why am I going to eat them?
What do you do when you go to the Maine coast?
I order a grilled cheese sandwich. Or a salad.
That actually makes me feel good because when I go to the Maine coast, I never can share in the clams and the lobsters and all that stuff because I don't eat those things.
It's kind of a bummer because our beach cabin in Prince Edward Island, everybody's excited when they go there because all the seafood is really fresh and really, really cheap. Like, you can buy baskets of lobsters right off the wharf, which is next door to us, and people are constantly just gobbling up the seafood, and I'm sitting there surrounded by a fishing community, totally grossed out. I mean, I'm happy that friends and family are so delighted that they're just stuffing their faces with fresh fish, but it's yucky.
The only reason that you have a cabin on Prince Edward Island is because Anne of Green Gables is from there?
No, I just like the whole island. I love the ocean. And the whole place is like Vermont.
You'd like to look at a fish.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
Sure.
That doesn't cause you a problem
and
at
I'm
all.
fine with everyone else's happiness in eating them.
Okay.
They smell weird. They taste weird. I don't know.
Okay, I don't think we want to alienate all the people who eat fish.
No.
Because we've been going on about this for 10 minutes.
Drake's apple pies, and those are really bad for you. So you guys can hold that against me if you want.
Okay.
I haven't eaten one since high school. I used to work at the little general store in Tunbridge in high school. After school, I'd get off the bus there, and then I was the cashier there. And part of my compensation, other than my salary or paycheck or whatever, was I could have lunch or dinner, or I can't remember what. So I would always get a sandwich from the deli, chocolate milk probably, and a Drake's apple pie.
Nice.
And no place has carried Drake's apple pie anywhere. I've never even eaten one since high school. And then recently we were in a market basket in Claremont, and all of a sudden I found a giant box of Drake's apple pies. What are you writing down? Why are you writing this down?
I just have to ask you something after you tell me about this experience.
I bought it, and I ate them. Luckily, this was a week that my kids were gone.
How many?
I think there's only 5 or 6 packages of these little... They're not whole pies, Kristina. They're mini pies. They're like this. They're
but you ate 5?
You get them at like a gas station, like in a little Hostess or Twinkie. Or...
Did you have 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
How do you feel about table talk pies?
They're
Honest.
cute. They're very cute, but I've never eaten one. They look kind of weird.
You've never eaten one? Are you kidding?
Yeah, I never eaten one.
We should do that sometime.
Aren't they made in Vermont?
I'll tell you what.
What?
We'll get a bad cup of coffee from Dixie's
I don't drink coffee. It's like right in there with fish. Remember, this is why I'm trying to wean you off of coffee.
All right. Okay. More on this later. So I want to tell you, I had this recording client who came in last week, and she walked in the door holding a dead squirrel.
Is this the one that brought dogs, too?
We're not naming names.
Well, I think
we're
probably not every recording client that came to your studio this week was holding a dead squirrel, so she's probably already figured out who you're talking about.
How do you know it was a she? I just said a recording client walked in with a dead squirrel.
I just don't see men holding dead squirrels very often.
Well, you're right. She was stroking its head.
See?
She was holding it up to her.
I totally nailed that one.
Her chest and like practically kissing it and stroking its head.
Oh, dear.
So
That's
then
really sad. What happened to it?
She was worried that maybe her dog had killed it. But we
it was the one who brought the dog.
No. I didn't say. Anyway, what does it matter?
Tell me.
She's just holding a dead squirrel. There's nothing wrong with that. She would not mind if I told people that she was holding a dead squirrel.
No, absolutely.
Okay, but we figured out it was my cat that killed it. So then she wanted to put it in a yogurt container and save it in the house. And so I thought about it for a minute, and I said, well, how about if we put it in a yogurt container and we put it out in the woodshed?
Oh, yeah, it's cold.
So we put it out in the woodshed, and I forgot about it for a few days. And then I walked out in the woodshed and saw this yogurt container and grabbed it because I use yogurt containers to do stuff like, fill up the bird feeders. Mm-hmm. Out pours this frozen dead squirrel.
You tried to put the dead squirrel into the bird feeder?
No.
It's like squirrel heaven. Here you go, squirrel.
Well, this is a story of recycling.
Your holy grail.
This is a story of recycling, so we're getting to the point.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so I thought, well, I'm just going to take this little squirrel and put it out under a tree. I have a tree in the yard where I usually put dead rodents.
That dead rodent tree.
Yes, I put it out there.
Do you hang them on the branches too, like Christmas ornaments? Okay, all right.
I just as a sacred ritual,
rodent
I
tree.
just gently place them in a nice position under the tree.
With or without the yogurt coffin? Oh, you wanted the yogurt coffin back,
I needed
so without.
to use the yogurt containers. I wanted it back. Yeah. So anyway, I forgot about it. Well, this weekend I have I have my rental dogs, my joint custody dogs, and so this morning I opened the door, and one of the dogs is standing there with a dead frozen squirrel in its mouth.
Oh, Jesus! So much for sacred placement.
So I just closed the door back up, and I gave her some time. I gave her about 10 days. And sure enough, when I opened the door back up,
there was no
squirrel.
Well, magic. Look at that.
It was magic. It was the dog named Magic.
It's its new trick.
Wow.
Not even using a top hat or anything to hide the squirrel, and it just disappears. It's so weird. My dog ate a crow, found a crow and ate it. At least I think it was a crow. There's a bunch of like wet-looking black feathers, and I was chasing it, and it had them sticking out of its mouth. So
Nice. Why did you want me to know that?
I don't know. I was just trying to make
related.
you feel.
It was relatable.
Yeah.
You're just trying to empathize.
Right.
What I might have
Exactly.
felt like. Thank you. Anyways.
We keep dead animals in our freezer sometimes.
I know you do.
Mostly birds
I'm so
that hit
sorry
the window.
about that.
And they're in Ziploc bags, and we save them for Jack Rowell because he likes to make fly tying flies for fishing out of them, and he likes the feathers to be like totally fresh. Like you need to pluck them for some reason. I don't understand the great mysteries of fly tying, but
Jack, would you please come get that stuff out of Emily's freezer? Could you put it in your own freezer?
he's got his own special
I mean,
section.
how many do you need?
Next to
how
the
many
frozen
feathers?
peaches.
No, but listen to me. Okay,
Well,
you only need
they're
one.
just different colors. No, we don't save any of the same types of birds. They're all different. Like there's some woodpeckers and a blue jay and different kinds of birds with different colors.
Of course there are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There is also a chickadee in a little cloth bag inside of a Ziploc, and that is not for Jack. That's one that we found. It was almost dead, and we nursed it. We tried to nurse it back to life
Well, you
for
didn't do a
several
very
hours.
good job,
And
did you?
no, it died anyway. And the kids wanted to give it a very proper burial, but it's frozen right now, so it's just being saved for burial purposes later in the year.
Well, you'll be excited to know that it's going up to 60 degrees this week, so you might
We
be
can
able to
bury
take a spoon and
bury
bury
bird.
it.
Hooray.
Yeah, something to do.
Yep.
Kids in Vermont sure have fun. Okay, we have another song from
Oh,
Davy
good.
Davis called Light in the Window. Let's see if we can dial it up.
Put a light in the window. Let all your panic fade away. These blue skies can drown us. Light from above. Let us swim for our lives in the mainstream. Sometimes craziness is all it seems. Let our flowers be incarnate, less of them every day. Let's walk away from the circus tents, make our way to the high meadow. Don't throw your kids away, let their dreams stay, let the spirit flow. Let it fill you up and float away. Let it fill you up and float away, away. Oh, the rain feels so good on my skin. 20,000 years chopping wood, hauling water in. Still nothing so fine as a fine woman. Put a light in the window. Let all your panic fade away. Blue skies around us, light from above. Let us swim for our lives in the mainstream. Sometimes craziness is all it seems. What's happening in the Democratic People's Republic, where we swim for our lives in the mainstream 95. Times are tough, so put a light in the window before you roll away. Let's put a light in the window before light in the window brings us home.
That was Davy Davis.
Davy Davis.
Famous
Before we
skier.
knew Davy, I used to pick on his name because it's got the same first and last name, kind of.
I know, I love that about that name.
Anyway, I'll cease to pick on it. Cease picking on it.
Well, it's sort of like saying fishy fish or something.
It's like an extra adjective. He's the Daviest of the Davies. I mean, that.
So Cousin Steve is coming tonight.
Oh, good.
He's playing over at Cafe Lena in
Is he
Saratoga.
bringing his cute little kid?
No, I think he's on a gig.
His kid is so cute.
He's on a tour. Rocco.
Yes. It's adorable.
Rocco's very adorable. So, yeah. So we're going to see Jeff Berlin. He's going to come for a visit.
cool.
Everything's going to be fun. We're going
All
to
you
get...
music people are going to do your thing.
We're going to eat and drink and make merry. And hopefully start our second album, Cousins Project's
Nice.
second album. But I want to know, why does everybody have to have a pond? What's with that?
I love our pond. I don't know. It just was there when I got there.
No, I'm not attacking you.
Oh.
I'm just saying, if you drive around and you look at all these new houses, everybody has a pond. And
Would you rather they have a pond or a above ground swimming pool?
What? Listen, when I was a kid, there were ponds around, but you didn't have to have your own. There were just some ponds in the town.
What if you want a skinny dip and you can't, and they kick you out?
You're going to build a whole pond for yourself? It just seems selfish.
If you want to go catch some salamanders, there's a lot of reasons to have a pond, Kristina. I love our pond so much. I'm glad it's not someplace else.
You didn't make it, though.
No, it was there.
But
it is man-made.
Yeah,
It
but a
is
long
man-made.
time ago.
Yeah.
I don't mind people who made their ponds a long time ago. For some reason. It's the new makers of ponds that bug me.
I also don't like new gravestones. The old gravestones are lovely. The new ones are hideous, and they're polished and shiny. I don't want one of those.
Well, except up in Barrie, they have some cool ones at the...
I know, but they're shaped
That
like
cemetery.
footballs and stuff. I don't want one of those either.
No, there's some very classy ones that are not shiny. In fact, most of the gravestones up in the Barrie, what is it, Hope Cemetery?
Yeah.
Are not shiny. We'll go there sometime.
That's good.
Yeah, but I'm not. But you're not going to do that. You're going to have a burial bag. You're going to turn into a tree.
Burial bag?
Yes, you-
Why are you like predisposing me in a burial bag?
Because you'll grow a tree out of
I
yourself.
don't know. I think I want to be cremated.
Well, okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I'm
That's
not
so-
worried. You know what?
that's
Yeah,
so-
fine.
that's
You guys can do whatever you
taking-
want with me. If you want a tree,
Just saying, it
put
would
me in
be
a
so
tree.
much more fun. Well,
You're gonna have a lot of fun with me when I'm dead.
okay, look, I'll just plant a tree
Okay.
in your yard. I don't care if you're there or not in any form, but it's like what do you do with your old grain bags?
Well, they're paper, so
No, not the paper ones.
I don't have the other kind.
No, I mean the bird seed bags. You know, the ones with the beautiful glossy bird pictures.
Oh, sometimes I
those.
put them in the trash can and use them as trash bags because
But
they're kind of
they're
like
too good for that.
heavy
They're
duty.
too good for trash.
I'm
I'm saving
know.
mine,
Mine
but I
don't
don't
seem
know.
that great. Maybe you get a different kind of bird seed.
I
than
just had
we
a
do.
great idea. You know how
What?
they make those canvas floor coverings?
Yes.
And they lacquer them with varnish.
Yes.
You could cut out the pictures of the chickadees and the
stitch them all
cardinals,
together.
stitch them all together, and
Like an
varnish
oilcloth
them,
for the
varnish
floor?
them to your floor. Yes, oilcloth. That's what it is.
decoupage them down.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to be the first person.
Sure. $1
to
million
have that.
idea.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody's going to make money on it, but I don't know. They might have fun. Yeah, and the other thing that was bugging me this week, my cat.
Oh God. Sorry, I didn't say that. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't say it.
No, she's been drinking out of my water glass, and it really bugs me.
Oh! I just
What?
saw on Facebook this freaking morning that cats did not appreciate it if you put their water dish next to their food bowl because they still retain this wild cat instinct. And in the wild, wildcats don't drink where they are eating because the water could be contaminated by the corpse of whatever they're eating.
That's fantastic because
you're supposed to separate their food and their water.
I do, and I didn't even know. I did that out of ignorance. I separated it.
It's why cats go and try to drink out of your cup or go drink out of the faucet, and they ignore the bowl that you put next to their food. It's instinct. They don't drink next to the food.
You know where they love to drink? Their favorite place is, I have a big pitcher, like 18-inch high.
Yeah. How do they fit their heads into it?
They get up on their hind legs, and they're just tall enough to tip over the top and drink out of it. That is their favorite thing. Even if I put bowls of water in other places, they don't drink out of it as readily as they do out of this metal pitcher. So if anybody's having trouble getting their cats to drink water,
yeah,
not that's
dehydrated cats running around.
Whatever. I just want to make sure if people are having problems that we address them here today.
Yeah, it's a public service we do.
How are we doing on that? Let me see if I have anything else that might be bothering people besides me.
You know what's bothering me?
What?
I have horrible, horrible, horrible skin, and my sister told me I should stop using soap. And that seems to go against everything that you think of when you think of having horrible skin. Like, I don't wash my skin is really broken out, so I'm going to not use soap anymore. That seems ridiculous. But I always use Ivory, the non-scented kind, and it says that it's like a 99.9%
well, don't
pure
believe
or whatever.
That. You shouldn't be using that.
But my sister told me that the reason my face is so oily and breaking out is because since I wash my face so obsessively with drying soap, my skin is overproducing oils.
Yeah, get Dr. Bronner's soap.
No, she's like, don't use soap anymore. Use like a non-soap cleaning, like
I think she's right.
Cetaphil or something. So I've been trying that for a few days, and she said your skin will go crazy for the first couple of weeks, and it is it's like blah. But the spots where it's not blah. Oh, I just licked the microphone. Sorry. The spots where it's not bad are getting better. So maybe she's right, and maybe we should stop using soap as a culture. I'm still going to use it on my armpits and other places, but
yeah, I think we overuse it for sure. Because our skins have they create oils that are good, that are protective. So why screw a good thing up?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
What?
Are we done with that?
Yeah, I guess.
Great. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Anyway, so my philosophical revelation did not have to do with skin. What it had to do with, I was half asleep, and it came to me. There was part of me that was rebelling against this idea that life is an arc that starts by going up, ascending, then it kind of comes up over the top, and then it starts descending. Okay, I reject that. I think that if you invert that, think of an inverted rainbow. Take a rainbow, turn it upside down. That's what life is. Life is, you get born, you kind of slide down you get dumped into life. And
you're saying your peak is right before you die?
Yes, because you gain all this momentum. It's just like sledding down a hill, and then, at the bottom you start going up, and you've got some momentum still, and you fly out the other side into the unknown. I mean, you get lighter and lighter and lighter. You start to shed things as you get older. And by the time you're ready to die, you're just ready to fly.
Well, science says that you stop producing new cells after the age of 18, so we're pretty much crumbling to the dust right when we graduate from high school. Which is really depressing because high school sucks so badly. And then you begin your descent into death.
I think
all right, we'll go with your upside down rainbow.
You're being a little pragmatic about it.
No, I'm just saying your body, that's supposed to be your peak of physical, cellular, whatever, and then it's a very slow decline as your hips go and your eyes go and your everything.
But that's just the physical body.
Okay.
What the heck?
I know.
I mean, just because your skin gets looser, right?
And then
right, that's all it is. It's just the same skin. Well, although it's regenerating itself, but it's a skin, and it just kind of gets loose, and it takes a different look. And we should look at the beautiful skin changes.
You know what?
We're back. We're talking about skin again.
I know.
Can't believe
you know what makes me so mad?
What?
And I had to have a long discussion about this with my own children because they're Star Wars fans, and recently they just released a brand new Star Wars movie. and they use the old characters in it as grown-ups. So Harrison Ford still is Han Solo, and he looks pretty good. Looks his age, whatever. And Carrie Fisher is still Princess Leia. She looks fine for her age as well. But the media went like, blah, blah, blah. Look at Carrie Fisher. Look how she's aged. Oh, it's just disgraceful. I mean, when you compare Princess Leia to this old hag, nobody said anything about the men who had aged at the exact same rate as Carrie Fisher.
We're all brainwashed about that.
And even my kids were like, "Oh yeah, they look older." It was really weird. Princess Leia looked so old, and they did not make remarks on how old the men looked. And seriously, they all had aged at the same rate.
Well,
they all
obviously,
looked about the same.
But I mean, when a man ages, he looks more distinguished. But we don't really have the same parallel
and it's really frustrating.
Adjective in our minds.
Because we're all aging. We're all aging. Why do we have to have different values as we age? Like, why do women become semi-worthless as we age, and men become...
Because they're so unrealistically...
worthless.
Women have to go on this huge trajectory of trying to create themselves into something that's socially acceptable, which on the physical level, men don't have to go through that at the same intensity. And so when you come off that, there's farther to fall from that kind of ideal. So
frustrating.
That's why I like to ride the middle, because I don't want to have that far to fall. I never got that high up anyway. I was not.
You're one of the weird, rare people who age better, which is really annoying. And I wish you would tell me how you're doing this, because are you a witch?
Well,
what are you doing?
No, but let me just give you an example that when you watch a news show, even some of the hip independent media shows that are on the air that I like to watch, the guys are wearing shirts and suit coats, and the women have sleeveless shirts on in the middle of winter, so you can see their arms and their upper body, and it's like skin-tight clothing. Mm-hmm. That's a double standard to me. I'd rather see a woman newscaster like Amy Goodman with a shirt and a coat on. End of rant. It's time to go. We're going to have to say goodbye on that strange... last few words.
We'll see you guys next Friday. Do they get music or they don't?
Yeah, they do. They get another Davy Davis on the way out.
Davy Davis, the Daviest
Still
of the Davies.
Dancing with the blues. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Cut a rug back in the day. We're in love to stay. Thought we'd dance our lives away, but she danced out the door. Let me hear a dancing troubadour, dancing the samba on the stones of Machu Picchu. Dance with a cute senorita, a girl from Ipanema, a sexy Marxist queen. Cut us a groove or two or three, Detroit City. Did the foxtrot, the minuet, did the twist with a girl from Budapest. Swinging in Singapore on the dance floor with first responders. Baby, let me tell you, nobody dances quite like you. And you know what? I guess that's why I'm still dancing with the blues. How about the hokey pokey, the boogaloo, the bossa nova? Did the stinky leg in London, the jig on Emerald Isle? Did the zydeco in New Orleans, Cajun style? Did the merengue with a babe named Corrinde? She danced me out of my clothes. Did the polka in lederhosen, Cat Daddy in Tokyo. Did a pole dance in Toledo, a lap dance in Rome, a two-step in San Antonio. We want to see our way all the way to L.A. We made the lambada our soul food, and we came here on the winds of Santeria. That's why I'm still dancing with the blues. I'll tell you, that tango is quite a tool. Remember that night we tangled, me and you? Again, that's why I'm still dancing with the blues. Yes, I'm still dancing with the blues.